John Dillinger, the infamous bank-robbing gangster, is known for not only his crime spree throughout the late 20s and early 30s, but also Johnny Depp's portrayal of him in the movie Public Enemies. Dillinger started his troubling days as a young kid, with constantly fighting in school and petty theft. He was always noticed by people of his neighborhood for his larger-than-life personality. After growing up, John joined the military but deserted after only a few short months. When he came home from going AWOL, he met his soon-to-be wife Beryl Ethel, but they quickly ran into serious financial problems. This is when he started planning robberies with his friend Ed Singleton, also a career criminal. Their first robbery was of a grocery store for $50. Then being arrested on robbery and assault charges the very next day. After serving nearly a decade in prison, Dillinger was released on parole. Rather than coming home a new man, John came home with even bigger ambitions of his criminal lifestyle. This time, instead of petty thefts, he had his sights on banks. Over the next year, John committed 12 bank robberies for a staggering $300,000 worth, about $5.4 million in these days. Shortly after this, he and his gang was captured again. While housed in an Indiana jail that was boasted as impossible to escape from, Dillinger escaped after 2 days. Dillinger and his gang went to a hideout in an apartment building. The cops quickly on his tail surrounded him after a few short days. But John Dillinger said he would never let the officers arrest him again, and they had a shootout at the apartment building. Shortly after this is when the authorities labeled Dillinger as Most Wanted Number 1. Authorities seen Dillinger entering a theater. When John became aware of this, he tried escaping but was cornered in an alley and shot to death on July 22, 1934 at approximately 10:30 p.m., only 2 short months after a famous love bank robbing couple Bonnie and Clyde was shot to death. At Cook County morgue, over 15,000 came to view Dillinger's body, and the next day he was buried in Crown Hill Cemetery in Indianapolis.